Tutor. This is part 5 where we were discussing about the facts about squares, right? So in this video we will be learning the next facts of which are given in class 8 book of DAV chapter 1 squares and square roots. So let's start. Okay, now the fifth fact which we have to discuss now is the square of a number other than 0 and 1 is either a multiple of 3 or exceeds a multiple of 3 by 1. So it means students, जितने भी स्क्वायर्स हैं अदर देन 0 एंड 1 या तो वो 3 के मल्टीपल है या फिर वो 3 के मल्टीपल से एक एक्सीड्स हो रहा है, राइट? सो बाय द एग्जांपल्स इट विल बी क्लियर. Examples of multiples of 3 are 3 square is 9 itself and 12 square is 144. It means 3 is the multiple of 144. Means 144 is a multiple of 3 and it means 3 is divisible by it, right? You may check 3 divided by 144 is 4 times 3 is 12 and here 24 we get, and 8 times 3 is 24. So it means this is a multiple of 3, right? And again if you check this is as well the multiple of 3. Okay, so we don't have to move towards that much thing. Now we need to concentrate on the squares and their patterns, right? Now we have to see the examples which are the multiples of 3 but it's exceeding by 1. So here you see, here it is written 4 square and this is 13 square. 4 square is 16, right? And you see 15 is the multiple of 3 and it is exceeding by 1 as 15 plus 1 is 16. So is the second thing of this fact is clear to everyone? Means the square is either a multiple of 3 or it exceeds a multiple of 3 by 1. Here you see in the second example the square of 13 is 169. And here you see 168 is increased by 1 and we got 169. And the thing is that 168 is the multiple of 3. यहाँ पर 15 3 का multiple है and it has been exceeded by 1. Therefore you got 16, right? And in the second example 13 square it is exceeded by 1. 168 plus 1 that is 169 and 168 is what? It is the multiple of 3. So I think this fact is clear to everyone who is watching. Now the next fact is about 4, the multiple of 4. So let us see. Okay, so here it is. The square of a number other than 0 and 1 is either a multiple of 4 or exceeds a multiple of 4 by 1. It is same as the previous one, isn't it? If you compare, the only change here is 3. Earlier it was 3 and now we have to repeat about 4. Now compare. Examples of multiples of 4. So 6 square is 36. So it is multiple of 4, right? 8 square is 64. Again it is a multiple of 4. And now we need to see the second fact of this line. Examples of multiples of 4 which has been exceeded by 1. अब यहाँ पर भी same चीज है. जो भी स्क्वायर्स हैं या तो वो 4 के मल्टीपल हैं या फिर वो 4 के मल्टीपल से एक ज़्यादा है. सो यहाँ पर it is square, it is 7 raised to the power 2. Okay, here the sign is missing. 7 square is 49 and if you see 48 is the multiple of 4 and if you plus 1 it you get 49. Same with 81, 9 square 81 and 80 is the multiple of 4 and it has been exceeded by 1 and then you have got the square for 9, right? So the same thing was for 3 as well, right? And 4 as well. Okay. Now the next thing is the difference between the square of two consecutive natural numbers is equal to their sum. It means consecutive natural numbers mean number followed by each other. So here you have been given example 3 and 4. Of course 4 is followed by 3, right? And if you see their squares, 16 is the square and 9 is the square. 9 is the square of 3 and 16 is the square of 4, right? So if you subtract each other, you get 7. right? 16 minus 9 is 7. And why can you observe anywhere 7 in the same number line? Of course, 3 plus 4 is 7, isn't it? If you did that, you get 4 square, it is square, minus 3 square is 16 minus 9, where the answer you get is 7. And if you add those natural numbers, you get that number itself, right? So for example, you take 2 square minus 3 square. You see, 9 minus 4, you get 5. And here if you add 2 plus 3, you get 5, isn't it? So I think it is clear. Same thing is written here. You just have to remember this and keep it in this mind. Thus in general, if n and n plus 1 be two consecutive natural numbers, means any number which is followed by the previous number, that is what consecutive natural numbers, then n plus 1 minus n square is equal to n plus 1 into n plus 1 into minus n square. That is the same thing which I have told here. Just you need to remember this fact. Two consecutive natural numbers, their sum and the subtraction which you get after subtracting their squares with each other is equal. So just you need to keep it the thing in mind. यानी कि जब consecutive natural numbers को आप ऐड करोगे और उनके squares को आप एक दूसरे के साथ माइनस करोगे तो आपको same result मिलेगा as given in your book and as I have told right now. Okay. So let us move to the next fact. So the square of natural number n is equal to the sum of first and odd natural number. So this is very interesting, students. 1 square is 1. How? According to this, if you have to prove, आपको अगर इस फैक्ट के कारण ये जानना है कि ऐसा कैसे है, क्या ये चीज़ इस फैक्ट को सेटिस्फाई कर रही है. यहाँ पे जितने भी एग्जाम्पल्स दे रखे हैं, यहाँ नीचे भी एक एग्जाम्पल है, वो मिसप्रिंट हुआ है इसलिए वो ऊपर नीचे आ गया है. तो ये सारी चीज़ें इस फैक्ट को सेटिस्फाई कर रही है या नहीं, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड. सो सी, फर्स्ट ऑड नंबर्स, यानी कि 1 इज ऑड और नॉट. Just simple. 1 square is 1, and of course 1 is odd, right? 2 square is 4, okay? And first and odd natural numbers का sum उसके equal होता है. 2 square is 4, and if you see 1 and next odd number is 3, so it is 1 plus 3, that is 4. So did you get? Is it satisfying? Of course, yes. Same way, the next examples are giving 3 square is equals to 9 and 1 plus 3 plus 5, which are the following odd numbers is also 9. Same thing which I am telling is written here, students. You can see in your book as well and here on the screen as well. Some of the first one odd natural numbers, some of 2, some of 3, some of 4. All satisfying with each other. If you have any doubt, anything you can ask, and even you can check yourself. It's very easy and interesting patterns which you are learning in squares and square roots. Now you see here here you see this is the best interesting pattern I've ever seen. So you see 1 square is 1. Here you have to see about the natural numbers composed of only digit 1, means follow peculiar pattern, very strange pattern which is very interesting to observe. If 1 square, you will see one number. Here you see 11 square. Okay? So 11 square is 1, 2, 1. What is peculiar if you observe these? Now count the number 1, 2, 1, 2, and again 1. See, I am encircling these numbers. Why? Count here and get the numbers which you are finding in the middle part. Sorry, here 4, yes. The number of 1 in the square root gives you the numbers, right? Like if you are having 4 1 squares, then the answer would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 will come in the middle part and the rest number will followed by the opposite side. Like if you will have 5 square, then after 4 you will write 5, and this will be the middle part, and the same numbers just oppositing each other will be on the other hand side. Means LHS will have 1, 2, 3, 4, and in middle part you will get 5, and the RHS will have also from left side will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 5 will come in the middle. I think you must have understand. You may observe it carefully, and it is very easy and interesting to learn. So now the last fact which you have to study is very easy. It is also to observe the sum of the digits. Wait, I'll clear here and just make you understand. It's very easy. So the 10th fact is related to this one only, therefore I'm not erasing this. The 10th fact is, we can also observe that the sum of the digits of every such number is a perfect square. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. So here you see, 1 is 1 square, right? Now the second is 11. 1, 2, 1 is again, if you add it, 1 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 4. That is a perfect square of 2, isn't it? Same follows with each and every number. जितने भी नंबर्स 1 के हैं वो उसी नंबर का एक स्क्वायर है. इफ यू आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड, लेट्स सी. यहाँ पर आप देख रहे हो 3 ones we have. Okay, now add their square. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. What you get? 2 plus 1 3, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 3 6, and 6 plus 3 is 9. That's 3 square. So count the number of 1, and if you add their square you get that. So why to count? Here's a trick. The number of ones you see, their square, the sum of their square would be the number itself. I hope you must have understand all the facts. There is one thing which you need to see, that is some interesting patterns, which is adding triangular numbers. That is very easy. It is the same thing, just I have taught you right now. What is the thing? I will draw here and just clear it out. Triangular numbers are given. So triangular number is nothing. You see, this is a triangle, and triangular number is what? Here one dot you see, here one dot you see, and here one dot you see. So this is, and here. So this is 4 dots, and 3 is lying under the triangle. So 3 is triangular number. And the sum of a triangular and non-triangular number, which is consecutive triangular numbers, gives you a perfect square, which has been given on your book on page number 4 and page number 5, where you have given to observe the generalized or observations, that is given that 1 square is equal to 1 and 2 square. So here in that thing you don't have to do anything, just remember the multiples of 2 and the consecutive numbers, their squares, and that you see 2 into 1 is 2, and the number with non-squares number which are not a perfect square, that I have already told in the starting video. Non-perfect non-squares number is which are not a perfect square, non-square numbers. So like in your book it has been given that 1 square and 2 square, in between how many non-square numbers lie. So that is 2 into 1, you see. 2 into 1, you get 2, and just count down the numbers, you will get everything. Just you have to remember that the square is which multiple of 2, and you will get everything there out. Okay, for example 5 and 6. So here is 5 and 6, here it has been given 2 into 5. So of course it is 2 into 5, first thing is 5, so it has been multiplied by 5. And if you would have given 7, then if you will multiply 2 into 7, and then you will get the non-squares number between 7 and 8. So that was all. That's all. All the concepts must have been cleared, and in the next page where the worksheet 1 has been starting, it has already been given. Let me write here. So students, as I have told, जो भी हमारा first number होता है, as I have told, between 7 and 8, to the multiple of 2 into 7 will be the number which is lying between them, non-squares number. The same thing has been written in your book, page number 6. There are 2 n perfect squares between the square of the number n and n plus 1. So n is the first number, and n plus 1 means consecutive natural number, means the number which has been followed by that number. So this is n plus 1, of course, it means one more than it, and n means 2n means this number. Okay, so 2n means the first number. So 2n, the answer, the product which you will get, that will be the non-square numbers lying between those perfect squares. I think this has been clear, and in the next video we will start worksheet 1. So just subscribe DAV Tutor and be ready with worksheet 1, unit 1, class 8. All the very best for your new sessions, and here you will be getting every solution. So subscribe this channel and get updated with new worksheets and their answers and hearing your concepts. Thank you very much and have a very, very good day ahead.